Không đủ thì một thì nào.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Just a quick note, we will be starting momentarily. If you just give us a little time, we will be starting momentarily. Thank you.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for your patience. This is the state expedited accusations calendar in the state court of Fulton County, Georgia. I'm Judge Melanie Williams, and at this calendar today, we will address matters for those individuals who have been recently arrested, but the cases have already been formally accused and bound over to state court. All defendants, please be advised you have certain rights today. You have an absolute right to remain silent. Anything you say regarding the facts of your case can and will be used against you. You also have the right to counsel today. As you can see, I'm conducting this hearing by video. I am not there in person with you. That means any member of the public can log on and watch this. It's also being recorded and broadcast as a live stream. Ms. Bridgewater, what is my reset date?
Yes, Your Honor, it is going to be March the 10th.
Thank you. Those who receive a signature bond will be reset for the notice. Those who receive surety or cash bonds are going to our state all-purpose calendar on March 10th, the 10th, whereby aspects of the case, including bond contact, can be revisited. If you are a party on Zoom and you are driving or in an unsafe location or dressed inappropriately, you will be removed from the Zoom conference. This is the same as in-person court. We expect you to conduct yourself and comport yourself appropriately. If I could take, oh, I'm sorry, have all defense attorneys had the opportunity to interview their clients?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and I see it.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Can I take Ms. Merchant's client first?
Sure.
Thank you so much, Judge.
Number 21, Mr. Aubrey.
Yes.
Sorry, give me one moment. My papers.
Of course.
All right, Mr. Oliver, your case number is 26CR001213L. You're charged with battery, family violence, simple battery, family violence, criminal trespass, and cruelty in the third. Do you understand those rights as I just explained them?
Judge,
That's
this
not-
is Aubrey, I believe.
Aubrey, number
WDRE.
2020. Oh, okay, that one we might need to take last. I'm sorry, Miss Merchant, because of the nature of that charge. Okay, so thank you for your patience. Okay, I'm sorry. Mr. Aubrey, we'll be back with you, okay?
Thank you. All right, go back to number 24, Miss Renee.
Thank you. Okay, Miss Renee, your case is 26 CR 0012712007L. Your charge is battery family violence. You understand your rights?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Ms. Stalworth, can I please have that history?
Yes, Your Honor. Good afternoon. There's no prior history. The recommended level is level 1.
Thank you so much. All right, Ms. Evans Battle?
Yes, Your Honor. On February the 22nd of 2026, officers went to 980 Lilfield, Lilfield Lane, South Fulton. It appeared that Miss Renee went to the location to pick up her child from the child's father, Joshua Graham, who was also charged in this incident as co-defendant. She was accompanied by a friend named Chanel Alberg. There was a dispute amongst the parties. All three of the parties engaged in pushing, shoving, to the extent that at the end of the day, Mr. Joshua Graham incurred an injury to the face, bruising and swelling. In this particular case, our recommended bond is a $3,500. We would do a signature bond through pretrial services at level 1. But we are asking for no further contact at this time with Joshua Graham, that there be a third-party transfer, and it cannot be the Chanel Alberg who was involved in this. And we would agree if they can provide, if they're interested in looking at diversion, that they start the FIVP, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons while out on bond. Thank you.
All right, and it was a dual arrest, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. McLeod, is this your client?
Yes, it is, Your Honor. Good afternoon.
Good
I am
afternoon.
okay with a signature bond for my client, but I'm not okay with the FVIP, nor am I okay with no further contact. They share a 1-year-old, Your Honor, and it's going to be a logistical nightmare if they cannot have communication concerning their child. They do not live together. So I would ask for no further violent contact, Your Honor, and the signature bond is fine.
All right, defendant is going to receive a $3,500 signature bond at level 1 through pretrial services. She's to have no further violent contact with Mr. Graham. She's to have no alcohol, no drugs, no weapons, and she's also going to do a 1-day anger awareness course. Is there anything additional?
Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, best of luck to you, ma'am. Can we do Mr. Graham? Mr. Graham, your case is 26 CR 001211Y. Your charge was battery family violence. You understand your rights? I'm assuming that's a yes with the nod. Can I have the history, Ms. Stalworth?
No prior history. Recommended level 1. Nothing further.
All right, I'm familiar with the facts. Ms. Evans Battle, do you have any adjustment to your request, or is this not your case?
It is, and there will be the same recommendation, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Rainford, is that you at the courtroom too? Okay, any objection to the same signature bond, 3,500 level 1 day anger awareness?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, defendant's gonna receive $3,500 signature bond through pretrial level 1 day anger awareness, no further violent contact. All right, best of luck to you, sir. That concludes your case. Who do we have next?
We'll go to number 1, Mr. Blackman.
Mr. Blackman, your case is 26 CR 001203Y. You're charged with loitering and prowling. You understand your rights?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Ms. Stalworth.
There are 35 cycles. FTA 2019 DeKalb, 2017 Troup County, 2017 City of Atlanta, 2016 Fulton. There is a 19 conviction out of Atlanta, possession of marijuana less than an ounce. Another 19 conviction for driving while license suspended or revoked, also from the city. Currently on probation, case number 25 CR 005721Y for fare evasion and criminal trespass. That sentence date was October the 2nd of 2025. A 2019 out of the cab for theft by receiving stolen property and driving while license suspended or revoked. There are 7 outside the 10-year period. There's also 2 17 convictions, 1 out of Fulton and 1 out of Troop. Driving without valid license and possession less than an ounce. The recommended level is level 3. Nothing further.
Yeah. Ms. Evans, madam?
Yes, Your Honor. He was at 485 Lindbergh Place, Southwest on February 22nd. He had already, apparently, he was dressed in all black clothing, fleeing from the property. They were concerned because of the time in which he was there. He was unauthorized to have been there and inside a Unit 906. Which was a vacant apartment. The bond is currently set at $780 as a surety. We'd ask that it remain the same. No alcohol, drugs, or weapons while out on bond. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Ms. Rainford.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Blackman is 45 years old. He's a Georgia native. He has a good mailing address. He is currently unemployed because he has sustained some injuries. Recently, he mentioned to me that he was hospitalized for about 4 months, Your Honor. He did receive his GED, so he's not going to be able to pay any amount of bond because of his unemployment status right now, Your Honor. So I'd be asking for a signature bond from my client so that he is able to get out, Your Honor.
Defendant's going to receive $1,000 surety bond. He's to stay away from that location on Lindbergh Place, have no alcohol, no drugs, no weapons, and he's going to all purpose on March 10th. Is there anything additional from State of Defense?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Best of luck to you, Mr. Blackman. Who do we have next?
Number 3, Mr. Brownley.
Mr. Brownley, your case is 26 CR 001210G. You're charged with battery family violence. You understand your rights?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Ms. Stalworth.
There are 9 cycles. Currently 2 active warrants, 1 out of South Fulton for simple assault. Date of that warrant is May the 20th of 2024, and also 1 out of Fairburn for family offense. The date of that warrant is February the 17th of 2025. There's a 2023 FTA out of the cab, and then there's 1 conviction outside of the 10-year period. The recommended level is UJR jail.
You say UJR jail. Okay. Ms. Evans Battle?
Okay, this is the case of Sean Brownley.
Correct.
All right. I have two case numbers, 2 separate case numbers.
I have position 3. Is there an add-on?
Well, I'm looking at the notes. There are 2 SG numbers for 2 battery family violence cases.
Ms. Champion or Ms. Bridgewater, can you look and tell me if there's another case for Mr. Brownley? I only have the 1 battery family violence on this calendar, and I didn't get an add-on calendar.
Okay, I see that there is a case supposed to be from someone else worked it up, and it she has that there is a May the 20th, 24 case as well.
Did that get filed down in time?
Maybe it didn't. I'll just I'm gonna have to go back and look. Let's see which one it is. If you don't mind, can we come back?
Okay,
or
we need to come.
it?
Okay, can we come back to Brownley? I apologize. Just stay apprised of your rights, Mr. Brownley. All right, who do we have? We're gonna take a pause. We're gonna take a different case for a moment so we can keep going.
Number 11, Mr. Hammonds.
Mr. Hammonds, your case is 26 CR 001214A. You're charged with battery family violence and simple battery family violence. Do you understand your rights?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Stalworth?
There are 9 cycles total, 1 from the state of Kentucky, and then there is 1 conviction outside of the 10-year period. The recommended level is level 1. Nothing further.
All right, thank
Okay.
you.
As to Mr. Hammonds, This occurred January the 11th of 2026 at 5958 Roswell Road in Sandy Springs. He and Adriana Moore were supposed to be celebrating their 13-year-old's birthday at Thrill Korean restaurant there. He pushed her to the ground, grabbed her by the legs, started dragging her across the ground. The bond recommendation at this time is for a $5,000 surety bond. And that would be $2,500 as to each count, that he stay away from, if the address at 4107 Sweetwater Parkway is the victim's home, he is to stay away from that location. The incident location is the 5958 Roswell Road, Sandy Springs. We'd ask that he stay away from that location as well. There's the third-party transfer for the child, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons while out on bond. Thank you.
Thank you. Is Ms. Moore present, wishes to make a statement? I'm sounding for Ms. Moore. All right, hearing none, Ms. Rainford.
Your Honor, Mr. Hammonds is 56 years young. He does live at the 4197 Sweetwater address, and it's my understanding that the alleged victim of the matter does not live there. She resides at another address with the child, Your Honor. Mr. Hammonds is a Georgia native. He is employed at auto parking. He's a high school graduate. He does support his child, and I'll be asking for a signature bond for Mr. Hammonds, if applicable, and if not, for the lowest reasonable amount for him, Your Honor.
All right, defendant's gonna receive a $5,000 signature bond at level 2 through pretrial services, $2,500 on each count. He's to have no further contact with the alleged victim, last name Moore. He can coordinate transfer of the child through the third party. I will bar him from the address on Roswell Road, but not from his own residence, based upon the information from counsel that he does not reside there. The victim does not reside there. Was that the address you have of the victim, Ms. Evans Battle?
I did not have an address for her, which is why I framed it that way.
Okay, what we'll do is we'll have law enforcement make the determination. He's gonna return with law enforcement to make the determination that the victim does not reside there. If she is not there, he can return to that residence. If she is, however, he will need to stay away from that location and collect his belongings. He's to have no alcohol, no drugs, no weapons. And in light of the signature bond at level 2, he's going to be reset for the notice. Best of luck to you, sir. That concludes your case for today.
Thank you. Hey. Go ahead, ACDC. Yeah.
Before we do that, who needs the interpretation? Is it somebody at ACDC? And has that party already been interviewed?
The party has been interviewed, Your Honor. I believe it's position 18.
Can we do that case and then go to ACDC?
Sure.
All right, Madam Interpreter, please raise your right hand and state your name for the record.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Lucia Urtuzastegui, and I'm sorry, Your Honor.
That was
yes,
it. Do you swear affirm today? Do you swear affirm today you'll make an accurate translation from English to Spanish, Spanish to English to the best of your skills, knowledge, and ability?
I do.
Thank you. All right. Good afternoon, Mr. Lucas. Your case is 26 CR 001212B.
Buenas tardes, señor Lucas. Su caso es el 26 CR 001212B.
You're charged with driving and following too closely.
Tus acusaciones son las siguientes: manejar y seguir muy de cerca,
hit and run, failure to report an accident, and attempting to misrepresent tag.
el golpear y darse a la fuga, el no reportar un accidente y intentar mal representar una placa.
You also have a DUI and driving without a valid license.
También tiene una acusación en inglés de un DUI, que es manejar bajo la influencia de alcohol, y también el manejar sin una licencia de conducir válida.
All right, all defendants, including Mr. Lucas, you have an absolute right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you.
Señor Lucas, y para todos, usted tiene el derecho de permanecer en silencio. Cualquier cosa que usted diga puede ser y será usada en contra suya.
You have a right to remain, you have a right to counsel, and an attorney is present to assist you today.
Tiene derecho a tener un abogado y un abogado está presente el día de hoy para ayudarle.
And as you can see, I'm conducting this hearing by video. It's being broadcast over the internet and recorded.
Como puede ver, esta audiencia está siendo hecha por medio de video y además es abierta al público en las redes.
Do you understand your rights and how I'm conducting this hearing?
¿Entiende su derecho y cómo está siendo conducida esta audiencia?
Sí.
Yes.
All right. Miss Stalworth, will you please give me the history?
Y la juez está preguntando por su historial del caso.
Yes, Your Honor. There is one prior arrest.
Le indican que hay un arresto previo
Recommended level UJR jail.
y le recomiendan un nivel por medio de la cárcel, la salida bajo fianza.
All right, thank you. Mr. Sirocco?
El señor Sorroco, que es el fiscal.
Yes, Your Honor. Good afternoon. This incident took place the night of January 20th of this year and into the early morning of the 21st at Nesbitt Ferry Road, where that meets Old Alabama Road in Johns Creek.
Este incidente ocurrió en la esquina de Nesbitt Ferry Road cuando se une con Old Alabama Road en Johns Creek en la noche del 20 de enero de este año y la madrugada del 21 de enero.
Law enforcement observed there was a clear collision here. Law enforcement observed crash indicators and investigated a rear-end collision wherein it was determined that the defendant had rear-ended another vehicle and left the scene.
Los policías vieron lo que eran restos o parecían ser restos de algún accidente e identificaron que había en realidad un accidente donde el acusado había pegado por detrás a otro vehículo y se había dado a la fuga.
The officer made contact with both drivers. Eventually, it was Mr. Sean Sanders was the driver of the other vehicle, and they also spoke with the defendant, and the defendant admitted striking the vehicle and failing to exchange information.
El policía habló con ambos conductores, identificaron al conductor del vehículo que fue golpeado como el Sean Sanders y con usted que fue el vehículo que golpeó y admitió que había sido el que había golpeado.
He later admitted he didn't report the accident because he lacked a driver's license.
Después admitió que no había reportado el accidente porque no tenía licencia de conducir.
There was heavy front end damage. I should say the tag on the defendant's vehicle belonged to a different vehicle.
Había bastante daño en el vehículo. Estaría bien dicho que la placa que estaba en el vehículo le pertenecía a otro vehículo.
The defendant did admit that he had consumed one beer. It was a large Corona. He refused state testing after SFSTs had indicated impairment.
El acusado admitió haber consumido una cerveza grande, una Corona, y se negó a dar pruebas de alcohol después de que fueron pedidas.
He was observed to have bloodshot, watery eyes, slurred speech, unsteady balance, and a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage coming from him.
Tenía ciertos signos de embriaguez, como los ojos rojos, no podía balancearse bien parado y estaba hablando como arrastrando las palabras.
It was 6 out of 6 on the horizontal gaze nystagmus. A walk and turn, he received there were 5 out of 8 clues of impairment and 4 out of 4 on the one-leg stand.
Le pidieron que caminara, aparte olía alcohol. En la prueba de caminar salió positivo 5 de 8 y 4 de 4 en la prueba de balancear separado.
And there was a positive PBT as well.
Había también una prueba que se llama PBT y que salió positiva también.
With the threat, danger posed to the community and property within the community with this sort of behavior, the state's total recommendation is going to be a $6,500 total surety.
La recomendación del fiscal, dado el caso y la seriedad, va a ser un bono asegurado de fianza de $6,500 en total.
The breakdown would be 2,500 on the DUI, 1,000 on the hit and run, and 500 on each of the remaining charges.
De la forma que se llega a los 6,500 es 2,500 por el manejar bajo la influencia de alcohol, $1,000 por golpear y darse a la fuga y $500 por cada uno de los otros cargos.
And slight correction, that is a 5,500 total surety, I meant to say.
Y corrección, el bono asegurado en total va a ser 5,500, no 6,500, 5,500.
No driving without a valid license and all other requirements of operating a motor vehicle, including valid license plate.
No puede conducir sin una licencia de conducir válida y todas las otras necesidades de un vehículo, incluyendo una placa válida.
And no drugs, weapons, or alcohol while out on bond, Your Honor.
Y mientras está bajo fianza, no puede usar drogas o poseer ni drogas, ni alcohol, ni armas.
All right, thank you, Ms. Bader.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Lucas is 31 years old and he has a good address, which is on file.
Ahora es el turno de su abogada defensora, quien dice que el señor Lucas tiene 31 años de edad y una dirección que tiene la corte que es válida.
He has been in Atlanta for about 12 years and currently lives with his pregnant girlfriend.
Él ha estado en Atlanta por más o menos 12 años y actualmente vive con su novia que está esperando.
He's been working in remodeling for 10 years.
Ha trabajado en remodelación por los últimos 10 años.
As you heard, he has no prior convictions and no FTAs.
Y como usted escuchó, su señoría, él no tiene ningún antecedente, o sea, no ha sido encontrado culpable de nada anteriormente y tampoco tiene ninguna orden de captura.
Mr. Lucas understands this is not his trial yet. We anticipate the language barrier being a major factor in this case moving forward.
El señor Lucas entiende que este no es el día de su juicio y anticipamos que va a haber una barrera de idioma significativa para seguir adelante a un juicio.
The purpose of bond is to ensure that Mr. Lucas comes back to court and there are no facts presented to show that he would not.
El propósito de la fianza el día de hoy es de asegurarnos que regrese a la corte el día que se presente, cuando sea citado. Y no hay ninguna cosa, ningún hecho que diga que él no va a presentarse cuando sea citado.
If a signature bond is not possible here, we are asking for the total bond to not exceed a $2,000 good bond. Thank you.
Si es que una fianza bajo firma únicamente no es posible, vamos a pedir que una fianza asegurada que no exceda más de $2,000. Gracias.
All right, defendant is going to receive a $5,000 split bond as follows. Ms. Bridgewater, please check my math. Count one, following too closely, will be a $500 signature bond through the jail. Count two will be a $500 signature bond through the jail. Count three, I'm sorry, let me do it again. Let me hold 1 second, Miss Articus. Okay. Count one is going to be a $500 signature bond through the jail, and count two is going to be a $500 surety bond. Why don't we translate that?
Your Honor, do you mean to put the surety on the DUI?
I know what I'm doing.
I think it may be reading incorrectly.
The DUI is count 5. I'm trying to do it on the hit and run too.
Okay.
Let's not have to interpret too much, Mrs. Sirocco. I got this. I know it seems a little fumbly, but I got this. Go ahead and interpret. Go ahead.
El fallo de la juez es la siguiente. Van a ser bonos de fianza, fianzas divididas. Eso quiere decir, por la acusación número 1, por el cargo número 1, va a ser una fianza únicamente bajo su firma de $500. Por la acusación número 2, va a ser una fianza asegurada por $500.
Count 3 is going to be a signature bond through the jail of $1,000. Count 4, it'll be a signature bond through the jail of $1,000.
Por el cargo número 3, va a ser una fianza bajo su firma, nada más en la cárcel, por $1,000. En la acusación número 4, nuevamente $1,000 de fianza únicamente bajo su firma en la cárcel.
And on the DUI, it's going to be $1,000 surety bond.
En la acusación de manejar bajo la influencia de alcohol, van a ser $1,000 asegurados, la fianza asegurada.
And on the driving without a valid license, it'll be $1,000 signature bond through the jail. He has to make surety on $1,500.
Y la última acusación es de $1,000 únicamente con su firma en la cárcel. Eso quiere decir que el total que usted tiene que poner asegurados con dinero son $1,500.
He's not to drive without a valid license and a valid tag.
La orden de la juez incluye que no puede conducir sin una licencia de manejar válida y una placa válida.
Right. Is there anything additional from the state of defense? He'll be reset to state all purpose in light of this split bond.
Y si es que no hay nada más que nos diga la defensa, entonces va a ir a otro calendario por lo que es una fianza dividida.
No, Your Honor.
Nothing further. Thank you.
All right. Best of luck to you, sir. That concludes your case for today.
Eso termina su caso por el día de hoy, señor. Buena suerte a usted. And Your Honor, would you like me to sound off?
Yes, please.
Damas y caballeros, si ustedes están en una sala, en una audiencia, en la cárcel, por favor, y necesitan un intérprete en español, párese y levante su mano. Si es que está alguien en la llamada de Zoom que necesita un intérprete en español, por favor, abra su cámara, su micrófono y déjenos saber. And Your Honor, I sounded off both in the courtroom or on the Zoom.
All right. Thank you. I believe we're finished, Lucia. Take care. Have a good afternoon.
Thank you, Your Honor. You as well.
Okay, bye-bye. All right, who do we have next?
Petition number 2, Ms. Brown for Attorney McLeod.
All right, Ms. Brown, your case is 26 CR 0012048. You're charged with 3 counts of battery family violence. You understand your rights?
Speak up so she can hear you. Yes.
All right, thank you, Ms. Stalworth.
Ms. Brown has 5 cycles. There is an open case, 25 CR 004144A for simple battery family violence and discharge of firearms on or near public highway or street. There's also an open diversion case, 24 CR 000044F for simple battery. There's a 2017 conviction for affray and criminal trespass. There's also a current supervision case, so there will be a bond surrender. And she was also on the wrap services list this morning. The recommended level is level 2. Nothing further.
Thank you. Ms. Evans-Battle?
Yes, Your Honor. February the 20th of 2026, officers responded to 3027 Collier Drive Northwest. They made contact with Ms. Brown, stated that she and her daughter, the victim is Michaela Smar, were involved in a verbal dispute that escalated into a physical altercation. She indicated that the victim indicated that Ms. Brown struck her in the face. The officer was able to observe a visible bruising beneath her right eye, and indicated that she had actually struck her with a broomstick. As a result of this, we are asking for a bond recommendation is for a $3,000 surety. That would be $2,000 as to each count, which would be a $6,000 surety. No further contact with Michaela Smart. The victim does not live at the incident location, so there's no stay away, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons, no firearms while out on bond. Thank you.
All right, I'm sounding for Ms. Smart this time. If you wish to make a statement, please unmute and raise your right hand. Again, I'm sounding for Ms. Smart. Hearing and seeing none. Ms. McLeod?
Yes, Your Honor. My client is 32 years old. She is the mother of 5 minor children, a 15-year-old, a 12-year-old, 11-year-old, 9-year-old, and 4-year-old, and she's currently pregnant. She also tells me that she is currently unemployed. She had a job, but because of this arrest, she will no longer have her job, Your Honor. So I'm asking, I believe she was recommended for a signature bond at level 2, and that is what I would be asking so that she can get out of jail to take care of her minor children. She tells me that she's been having a lot of problems with her older daughter, who's only 15 years old and actually does not live with her, and that her daughter was being very disrespectful and was up in her face. And this is what caused all of this, Your Honor. And as the state has said, they do not live together. So if she could get the signature bond so she could get out to take care of her other children, we would appreciate that.
All right. Defendant is going to receive a $1,500 surety bond, $500 on each count. She's to have no further violent contact with her daughter, and she's to have no alcohol, drugs, or weapons. She is going to state all purpose on the 10th of March. Is there anything additional?
Nothing further, Your Honor. That concludes my business before the court today. May I be excused?
Yes, you may. Take care, Ms. McClellan. Have a good
Thank
afternoon.
you too.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. All right, who do we have next?
Well, Mr. Hudson.
All right, Mr. Hudson, your case is 26 CR 001215B. You're charged with simple assault, family violence, and simple battery family violence. Do you understand your rights today? All right. Ms. Stalworth?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Hudson has 41 cycles total, one out of the state of South Carolina. There's a 2025 conviction from Oconee County, South Carolina for forgery. There's a 2015 out of Fulton for battery. 2014, 2013, 07, and 06 FTAs. There are 8 convictions outside of the 10-year period, and the recommended level is level 3. Nothing further.
Thank you. Ms. Evans-Battle?
Yes, Your Honor. I actually have a total of 40 cycles with those 2 FTAs from 2013 and 2014, as well as several battery charges. In this particular case, on February the 22nd, officers went to 5545 Stonewall Tell Road, South Fulton, because there was a call that was made into the police department where they could hear someone in the background saying, "Please don't hit me, please don't hit me." There was a drop call, so they went to that location. Once they got there, they were able to speak with the victim, who is Tamika Mack. She indicated that they were in an argument because apparently he had gave her $5 the day before and she lost it, and that meant that he couldn't buy any alcohol. So they argued about that issue, and to the extent that he got in her face and told her that he would kill her. And then at some point in time during the argument, he put his hand over her mouth. So our bond recommendation at this time is for $2,500. That would be for each charge. That's a $5,000 good bond. No further contact with Tamika Mack. Stay away from the location at the 5545 Stonewall Tell Road in South Fulton. No alcohol, drugs, or weapons, no firearms. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Is Ms. Mack present, wishes to make a statement? If so, please unmute and raise your right hand and wait further instructions. All right, hearing none, seeing none, Ms. Rainford?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Hudson is 45 years of age. He's a Georgia native. He's been here all his life. He is currently unemployed, but is actively looking. He mentioned to me earlier today, he is a high school graduate. He also is denying some of the allegations in the report. He made it known to me that it was just a verbal argument, that he never put his hands on her and he never covered her mouth. He did mention to me that they do share a grown child together that's in college. and that because he's unemployed, he wouldn't be able to pay anything today, Your Honor. So I'd be asking for a signature bond for Mr. Hudson.
Defendant is going to receive a $1,500 surety bond, 500 on count 1 and 1,000 on count 2. He's to have no contact with Miss Mack. Stay away from that location. Have no alcohol, no drugs, no weapons as a condition. Is there anything additional from the state or from the defense? All right, hearing none. Best of luck to you, Mr. Hudson.
All right, we go to number 17, Mr. Long.
All right, good afternoon, Mr. Long. Your case is 26 CR 0010201208. You're charged with theft by shoplifting. You understand your rights?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Ms. Stalworth.
There are 15 cycles total, one from the state of Alabama. There's an active warrant from Fairfield, Alabama for an FTA. Date of that warrant is October the 25th of 2016. There's a 2025 conviction from the city of Atlanta for possession and use of drug-related objects. There's a 2020 FTA out of Dunwoody and one from 2018 out of Fulton. There's a 2018 conviction out of Fulton for 2 counts of criminal trespass. There's an open case number 26 CR 000947Y for willful obstruction of law enforcement officers and possession and use of drug-related objects. The recommended level is level 2. Nothing further.
All right, thank you. Mr. Sirocco, I'm most concerned with what he was taken and from where.
Yes, Judge. This was from the Chevron at 490 Ralph David Abernathy Boulevard in Atlanta. It was 3 bottles of vehicle products and a drink item as well. And yeah, with his with that FTA, the wanted status out of Alabama and the FTAs from 2018 and 2020, as well as the open case, the state's recommending $1,000 surety. Stay away from 490 Ralph David Abernathy Boulevard in Atlanta, that's Chevron, and no drugs, weapons, or alcohol while out on bond. I believe altogether it was around $50 worth of merchandise.
Okay. Ms. Bader?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Long is 33 years old. He has a good address in Atlanta that is on file that I've confirmed. He's been in Atlanta his whole life, has ties to the community, including family and friends. He has graduated high school and did some college. He works at a grocery store called Wayfield. Judge, this is a nonviolent crime, and he hasn't had an FTA in the last 2 years. Your Honor, we're asking for a signature bond in this case. Thank you.
All right. Defendant will receive a $5 cash bond. He's to stay away from the address on Ralph David Abernathy, have no alcohol, no drugs, weapons, and no further violations of Georgia law. He will be going to all-purpose on March 10th. Is there anything additional?
You said $5, right?
Correct. All right. Best of luck to you, Mr. Long.
All right, 26, Mr. Ware.
All right, Mr. Ware, your case is 26 CR 001227G. You're charged with terroristic threats and acts. You understand your rights?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Ms. Stalworth, can I have the history?
Yes, there are 2 cycles currently on probation out of Cobb County for disorderly conduct, criminal trespass, and willful obstruction of law enforcement officers. Also was on the wrap services list this morning. The sentence date for that probation case was August the 8th of 2025. The recommended level is level 2. Nothing further.
Okay. All right, thank you, Mr. Sirocco.
Judge, this incident took place February 22nd, 2026 at the Irie Cafe that's at 1800 Peachtree Road in Atlanta. Law enforcement responded after threats were reported and made contact with Mr. Mark Bryce, the victim. He explained that the defendant, who is an employee for him, had threatened the prior night to shoot him with a gun and shoot his truck up, returned to a different location the next day, that being, I believe, 1800 Peachtree Road, to threaten to shoot and kill him again. There were I believe he threatened multiple employees here. We don't have the identity of those other employees as of yet. Incident report soon to come. But with the repeated threats here, his current status out of, I believe it was Cobb, the state's recommendation is going to be a $5,000 surety, 3 days anger awareness, no further contact with Mark Bryce or any employees of Irie Mon Cafe. Stay away from Irie Mon Cafe at 1800 Peachtree Road in Atlanta. No drugs, weapons, or alcohol. And we ask this out of concern for committing a felony pending trial here and for the concern of Mr. Bryce and his employees.
All right, is Mr. Bryce present? Wants you to make a very brief statement. Okay, Ms. Bader.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Ware is 22 years old. He was born in Douglasville and has been in Georgia his whole life. The correct address is on file. It's in Austell, Georgia, where he lives with his girlfriend. He did graduate high school. He was a cashier at this restaurant. He's typically worked in restaurants previously. He has no prior FTAs, and as you heard, his only previous conviction is a misdemeanor disorderly conduct out of Cobb County. In this particular case, Mr. Ware does deny the allegations. He also stated that he was assaulted at work. He no longer works there. We have no objection to a stay away, no further contact, or an anger awareness class if the court deems that necessary, but we are asking for a signature bond here.
Right, defendant is going to receive a $4,000 signature bond at level 2 through pretrial services. He's to have no further contact with Mr. Bryce and stay away from the address on Peachtree Road. He's going to take the 1-day anger awareness course as well and have no alcohol, drugs, or weapons. Best of luck to you, Mr. Ware. Who do we have next?
We have number 5, Sister.
Mrs. Sistrunk, your case is 26 CR 001205C. You're charged with battery. You understand, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Ms. Stalworth.
There are 18 cycles total, multi-state interaction, FTA in '08. The last date of arrest was August the 4th of 2011 out of Macon for a burglary and criminal trespass that was dismissed. There are 4 convictions outside of the 10-year period. The recommended level is level 2. Nothing further.
All right, thank you. Is this Mr. Sirocco? Please proceed if
I
it
believe
is.
it's mine. Could I get the position number one more time, Your Honor?
Number 5.
Sistrunk.
Mr. Sistrunk.
Sistrunk. Okay. Thank you. Yes, Judge. This was from February 21st, 2026. Law enforcement was dispatched to a simple assault call at 711 Cosmopolitan Drive Northeast. Upon arrival, they spoke with the victim, Mr. Ali Jackson. He stated that he was walking his dog and he saw he was walking his neighbor's door. He noticed that was open, told his neighbor to shut that door. Mr. Jackson then stated he yelled words at Mr. Sistrunk, and because of the smell emanating from his apartment or that location, he went through the first door. Mr. Sistrunk had followed him, so he came back to speak with him, and while speaking with Mr. Sistrunk, the defendant slapped him. He defended himself, the victim, to the best of his ability and called the police later. And there was video footage of the incidents that the officer observed. The defendant walking up to Mr. Jackson, having a few words with him, and then striking him, and later repeatedly. And this was battery, correct, Judge?
Correct.
We did speak with Mr. Ali. He confirmed he and the defendant are neighbors. He confirmed the events in the warrant, and he's known the defendant for years. But the defendant's lately been dealing, from his understanding, with addiction. And there have been multiple complaints. HOA's gotten involved, and there are random people coming in and out of the defendant's home, with police being called multiple times. He's been a nuisance to that complex for some time, and the state's recommendation is that the current bond set at a $2,000 surety remains set. We are recommending 8-week anger management course, no further contact with Allie Jackson. Stay away from 711 Cosmo Drive in Atlanta, I believe. And that is all for this case, Judge. If we could sound for Mr. Jackson.
Is Mr. Jackson present? Do we have a unit? Oh, 1 second. Do we have a unit number as well, Mr. Sirocco? Because I don't intend to bar him from his own home.
I'll try and pull that up, Judge.
Okay. Mr. Jackson, if you wish to make a statement, please turn on your camera, raise your right hand. You swear or affirm the testimony you give today will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. You put your hand down. What I'm most concerned with today is concerns you have for your safety and whether you wish to have contact with the defendant. There'll be other opportunities to flesh out the facts of the case. So whether you disagree or want to add to what Mr. Sirocco says, that's not what I'm most concerned with. So what would you like to tell me today in light of this information and instructions?
Yes. Just echo the concerns presented and his continued becoming a nuisance over the last few months in particular. The odor that is objectionable is deeply problematic, toxic smells, and I do wish to not have any contact. But I will say that he is my downstairs neighbor. His unit I pass several times every day because of my dogs.
Okay.
Sir, what is your unit number, if we could ask?
439.
439, Judge.
Thank you. I appreciate you coming to court and making that statement. Ms. Rainford?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Cyrunk is 51 years of age. He's been in the Atlanta area for about 15 years, but been in Georgia for the majority of his life. He mentioned to me that he is currently on disability, Your Honor, and that he did graduate from high school in Macon, and that he had 1 year of college at Valdosta State University. I would be asking for no stay away from his address, and then I would also be asking for a signature bond for Mr. Cyrunk, and if a signature bond is not applicable, I'd ask that the surety bond is not greater than the $2,000 already set, Your Honor.
All right. Defendant will receive a $1,500 surety bond. He's to have no contact with Mr. Jackson. Stay away from Mr. Jackson's unit, but I will not bar him from his own home. He's to have no alcohol, no drugs, no weapons, and he's going to be reset to state all purpose on March the 10th, whereby aspects of this case can be revisited. Best of luck to you, Mr. Cyrunk. That concludes your case for today. Who do we have next?
Next is position 6, Miss Fade.
Ms. Fade, your case is 26CR001201Y. This case is charged with battery family violence. You understand your rights? All right, Ms. Stalworth.
There's no history. The recommended level is level 1, and she was on the RAP services list this morning. Nothing further.
All right, thank you.
Your Honor, I have a consent bond in this case.
Okay, if there's a consent, Ms. Evans-Battle, will you just put that onto the record?
Yes, it's a $3,000 signature bond through pretrial services level 1. No further violent contact with the Myra Fade. 3 anger awareness classes. No further violations of the law. No alcohol, drugs, or weapons while out on bond.
All right, is Amira Fade present and wishes to make any statements? And Ms. Rainford, that was your understanding of the consent, and you so agree on behalf of Ms. Fade?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. It will be so granted and consented to, especially in light of the limited criminal history. She'll receive the $3,000 SOB, the no further violent contact, and the 3 anger awareness courses. This matter will be reset per the notice. Best of luck to you, Ms. Fade, and thank you, Ms. Bridgewater, for that.
Your Honor, may I do my last one? Position 7, Miss Fernandez.
Yes. This is Ms. Fernandez. Ms. Fernandez, your case is 26CR001225C. You're charged with DUI, failure to obey signs, suspended license, improper erratic lane change, and improper U-turn. Do you understand your rights today? Is that a yes? All right, thank you. Ms. Stalworth?
There's one prior arrest, which was a 2017 conviction from Alpharetta for possession of marijuana less than an ounce. The recommended level is level 1. Nothing further.
Thank you. Ms. Evans-Battle?
Yes, Your Honor. This happened on February the 20th at Old Alabama Road and Brumbolo Road in Johns Creek. When the officers saw the vehicle crossing the fog lines and going into the middle lanes, it stopped for a green light, and then it also changed lanes in the middle of the intersection. They performed evaluations that she agreed to during the traffic stop. She had multiple clues of impairment. The officer made other observations about her. There was a ERAC of 0.22. Our recommendation is for a $3,000 on the DUI, $2,000 on the driving while license suspended, and a $500 on the remaining. We're asking for it to be in the form of a surety bond, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons while out on bond.
All right, thank you. Ms. Rainford?
Your Honor, Ms. Fernandez is 28 years young. She has a good address in Roswell, has been in Georgia since she was 5 years old. She currently works at Progress Residential. She's a high school grad, but she graduated from Riverwood International. She also mentioned to me that she does have 2 minor children that she supports, a 5-year-old and a 7-year-old. I would be asking for a signature bond for Ms. Fernandez, and if a signature bond is not applicable here, I'd be asking that the surety bond is not more than $2,500, Your Honor.
All right. Defendant's going to receive a $3,500 split bond as follows: $1,500 on the DUI and $500 signature bond through the jail on each of the remaining counts for a total of $2,000 split. $2,000 SOB through the jail and $1,500 surety on count 1. She's not to drive without a valid license. She's going to have I can't do that. She's to have no alcohol, no drugs, no weapons, and she is going to all purpose on March the 10th. Is there anything additional?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Best of luck to you, Ms. Fernandez. And take care. Bye-bye at ACDC. You can be excused.
We are ready for number 3, Mr. Brownley yet?
Okay. Do we have any information on Mr. Brownley? We only have one case on the calendar, Ms. Evans-Battle. Was there a second?
Yes, I filed the second down, and we have a case number for it.
Okay.
It's the add-on calendar, Your Honor, that should be coming out.
Can you give me the case number, Ms. Evans-Battle, and the charge so we can just do it now?
Yes, it is for battery, family violence, case number 26CR001231G.
And what's the offense date?
And the offense date is May the 20th of 2024.
All right, so you have those 2 cases, sir. We've already heard your history and you've indicated you understood your rights. Ms. Evans-Battle, please proceed.
Yes, as to the first case, the facts, it occurred February the 17th of 2025. Mr. Brownley and Shanita, spelled Chitina O'Neill. Apparently they have 6 children together. It appeared that Mr. Brownley was sleeping in his daughter's room, and Miss O'Neill went to the room and asked if the daughter could sleep with O'Neill. Could come into the room where she was. And it appeared that he grabbed her face and left visible marks on her face as a result of that. He left the home before the police arrived. And May the 20th, 2024 incident, she advised, Miss O'Neill advised officer that Mr. Brownley had came back to the home. He was intoxicated. He started initially attacking her verbally. She was holding a newborn baby in her arms. He pulled the bonnet off of the child's head. She attempted to grab the bonnet back from him, and he placed both hands around her neck and was choking her, left scratches around her neck, and punched her in the face, striking her in the ear, which caused it to bleed. The bond recommendation for each case is for a $2,000 surety as to each count. So that's $4,000 surety amongst the two cases. No further contact, no further violent contact with Miss O'Neill. At this time, I know that we heard from her, but I think there was an ICJ call as well.
So you're not requesting to stay away and you are requesting no further violent contact?
That is what she is requesting, Your Honor. I would ask the court to that it be no further contact. I understand from her that with the number of children they have together, her concern is that he has three of the children that he cares for, and she has the other three during the school year, and then they switch off. And so I would ask that they figure out a way that they can maybe do a third-party transfer and that he stay away from the residence, that he can see the children at his location and not her location.
Okay. I'm sounding for Miss O'Neill. If you're present, please unmute, raise your right hand, wait further instructions. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give today be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
All right. What would you like to tell me?
No, I would just like to say that from the previous past of those time when the police were called out to our home, that our co-parenting is great. And the no contact is impossible because, like I said, we share 6 kids. And we swap our children every day. He takes the kids to school, I take the kids to school. So no contact, I do not agree with that. We have to communicate with our children, for our kids.
All right. Thank you for coming to court and making that statement. Ms. Rainford?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Brownley is 33 years young. He is a Georgia native. He's been here all his life. He does have a good address. He is a real estate agent. He graduated from Westlake, and he also had 2 years from Atlanta Metro. As you've heard, they do share 6 kids together. 3 are with him. And he supports not only the kids, but also Miss O'Neill. I would be requesting that the no further violent contact is granted, Your Honor, for both their sake. He's mentioned to me that they've resolved everything. These incidents took place in 2025 and 2024, Your Honor. So I'd be asking for a signature bond for him, and if a signature bond is not applicable, for the surety bond to not be more than $2,000, Your Honor.
All right. On the case ending in 1210G, defendant's going to receive a $2,000 surety bond. He's to have no further violent contact with the alleged victim. And he's to have no alcohol, drugs, weapons, and he'll be reset to all purpose on March the 10th. On the case ending in 2311G, defendant's going to receive a $3,000 surety bond. He's to have no further violent contact with the alleged victim. And again, no alcohol, drugs, weapons. He's going to state all purpose on the 10th. Is there anything additional?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Best of luck to all parties concerned. Who do we have next?
Morning, Mr. Oliver.
Okay, Mr. Oliver, your case is 26CR001213L. You're charged with cruelty to children, criminal trespass and damage, simple battery, family violence, and battery, family violence. You understand your rights? All right, Miss Stalworth, please can I have the history?
Yes, there are 6 cycles. There's a 2019 conviction out of Clayton County for reckless conduct and giving false name. There's a 2016 first offender conviction also out of Clayton County for burglary. The recommended level is level 2. Nothing further.
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Sirocco.
Thank you, Judge. This incident took place February 20th this year at 984 Redford Drive, Southeast in Atlanta. Law enforcement responded to a dispute call made by the victim here, and that was a dispute call with a weapon. They spoke with the victim, Miss Anaya Thomas. Apologies if I'm butchering that. She explained the defendant, who is her fiance, live-in fiance, had struck her with a pan as she tried to secure herself in a room, had kicked in a door, forced her outside, chased her into the street, and struck her also in the back of her head multiple times, as well as smashed her phone. The officer noted the victim's face appeared swollen. There was a 9-year-old child present, juvenile SH, who witnessed the attack. Nearby resident witnessed the defendant standing over the victim and breaking the phone as well. The defendant admitted he threw the victim's belongings outside, chased her to get the phone, and threw the phone after seeing it was broken, he says. He denied striking her and claimed the door was already damaged. I will say, while there doesn't appear to be an active case for this, we did receive an incident report, an additional incident report from APD regarding an incident from June 17th, 2023, where the defendant, it was reported, had struck the same victim in her mouth and then damaged the window of the apartment there. We also, believe, conducted a danger assessment. There was the note that physical violence has occurred more often or has gotten more severe within the past year. We did speak with the victim with respect to that. They've been together for years, and they're still together. The victim has a 9-year-old daughter. It's not the defendant's, it's the child that was present. She says the incident happened because the defendant has not been able to get his medication for certain MH issues, and says this started because the defendant had said something that hurt her feelings, and an argument ensued, and the defendant wanted her phone to call his mother because he doesn't have a phone. She told the defendant she wouldn't call his mom, which led to the incident. She says contrary to what was stated on the 20th, that the defendant did not hit her in the head with a pizza pan, he just threatened to, and that the defendant did punch her in the back of the head, though she doesn't believe he did it on purpose. They were arguing over the phone. We would ask that the court sound for her when appropriate. With that other incident report, with his history here, I see some probation violations as well. The state's recommendation, out of concern for the victim's safety and a risk of reoffense here, is a $5,000 surety. We are recommending $3,000 on the battery family violence, $1,000 on the simple battery family violence, and $500 on each the cruelty to children and the criminal trespass. We're recommending FIB, as well as a social worker visit for MH issues. No further contact at this time. This is with Miss Anaya Thomas. Stay away from 984 Redford Drive, Southeast in Atlanta, and no drugs, weapons, or alcohol while out on bond. And again, if we could sound for Miss Thomas.
All right, is Ms. Thomas present? Wishes to make a statement? If so, please unmute, raise your right hand. All right, we need you to lift the camera up so that we're not looking down at you. We need to be able to see you, Ms. Thomas. All right, do you swear or affirm the testimony you give today be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
All right, you can put your hand down. What I'm most concerned with is your desire for contact with the defendant. What would you like to tell me?
Yes, we can have contact. I don't mind. It was just like it ain't nothing serious like that. We love each other. You know, we argue and stuff. It just got a little bad. Like he need to I feel like he need a court order to get his medicine, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? To keep him on the right track. But outside of that, it's not really nothing like that.
All right. I appreciate you coming to court and making that statement. Ms. Bader?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Oliver is 29 years old. He has correct address is on file. That's the 984 Redford Drive. He's been in Atlanta his whole life, born and raised. He also has a mother, eight sisters and brothers in town. He did graduate high school and did some college at Morehouse College. As you heard, his last arrest was in 2019. He has one misdemeanor conviction and no prior FTAs. He does deny the allegations. He denies putting any hands on the alleged victim in this case. We would prefer no further violent contact. And as I said, he does live at this address. It's our understanding that the alleged victim lives with her brother. And we're asking for the bond not to exceed $3,000. Thank you.
All right. Defendant is going to receive a $2,500 surety bond. It's going to be $500 on count 1, $500 on count 2, $1,000 on count 3, and $500 on count 4. He's to have no further contact with the alleged victim. And he's to stay away from, well, the state didn't. Was that the state's opinion regarding her address? I understand that Ms. Bader has indicated he lives there. Was that the information that you had, Mr. Sirocco?
Our understanding they were living together at the incident location, Judge.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is he's gonna return one time with a member of law enforcement to ascertain whether the victim resides there. If she does, he's to collect his belongings. If not, he can return. He's to have no alcohol, drugs, weapons, and he's going to all purpose on March the 10th. All right, that concludes this case for today. Best of luck to you, Mr. Oliver, and to all parties concerned.
All right, next we have 25, Mr. Stalworth.
All right, Mr. Stalworth, your case is 26 CR 001218Y. You're charged with obstruction. You understand your rights?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Stalworth, may I please have these?
Yes, Your Honor. He has 17 adult cycles. There's a 2023 conviction, driving without valid license out of Gwinnett County. Another 23 out of Gwinnett County for driving while license suspended or revoked. There's a 2018 out of Lawrenceville for driving while license suspended or revoked. 2021 FTA out of Gwinnett, and one in 2015 also out of Gwinnett. There's a 2016 conviction for sale of a Schedule 1 or 2, sale of cocaine, and purchase, possession, manufacture, distribution, or sale of marijuana. That's also out of Gwinnett. There are 3 convictions outside of the 10-year period. The recommended level is level 3. Nothing further.
Thank you. Mrs. Sirocco?
Yes, Judge, this was a February 21st incident at 3256 Drexel Lane in Atlanta. It's an apartment complex, I believe. Law enforcement responded as part of a surveillance and apprehension operation for a wanted subject, believed to be inside that residence there. Officer made contact with the occupant, the defendant. He stated twice he didn't know the wanted person, Miss Frances Williams, and that she did not live there. Officers observed her having entered and exited, and it was determined that he was lying. After detention, he stated on camera that the defendant was in a relationship with that individual and that they lived together. Officer was aware that she was a leaseholder as well. We are recommending that the $1,000 surety that's currently in place, as set by the magistrate, remains set on account of his FTAs, and there are prior obstruction, officer-related convictions, felony obstruction, 2 of which, 2012, and giving false information conviction, 2011 as well. For rest, for the $1,000 surety remains set, no drugs, weapons, or alcohol, and that is all for the state on this case.
All right, thank you. Ms. Bader?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Stalworth is 31. He's been in Atlanta all of his life. The jail has his correct address, which is on file. He does have his GED and works as a forklift operator and overhead crane lift operator. He's been at the same job for 3 years. Your Honor, in this particular case, he does deny the allegations. He was getting his hair done, hair services at this location, and wasn't aware of everybody in the home or necessarily aware of their full names. The officers were looking for someone else, and he was arrested. We're asking for a $5 cash bond in this case. Thank
All
you.
right. Defendant will receive a $5 cash bond. He is to have no further violations of Georgia law, and he is to have no weapons, alcohol, or drugs, weapons, or alcohol. His case will be reset to all purpose on March 10th. Is there anything additional?
Thank
All
you.
right. Best of luck to you, sir. That concludes your case for today. Who do we have next?
27, Mr. White.
Mr. White, your case is 26 CR 001220H. In this case, you're charged with theft by taking. You understand your rights today?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Ms. Stalworth.
Yes, Your Honor. He has 11 cycles. There's an active warrant out of Cobb County for a probation violation. The date of that warrant is February the 3rd of 2026. There are multiple FTAs, 2025 Cobb, 2021 Fulton, 2019 DeKalb. There's a 2024 conviction out of Palmetto Municipal for driving a license suspended or revoked. There's an open case out of Cobb County for fleeing or attempting to elude. Currently on probation out of Fulton County for possession of a Schedule II. There are two 2019 convictions out of DeKalb County, one for disorderly conduct and one for possession of marijuana less than an ounce and forgery 4th degree. There are two convictions outside of the 10-year period. The recommended level is level 4 ISP. Nothing further.
All right, thank you. Mrs. Sirocco, again, as it's theft by taking, most concerned with what was taken and from where?
Yes, Judge. Well, this was on two different incident dates. You should have two charges for two theft by taking charges, correct? Okay. There were on the first date, the 20th of October, a set of GMG headphones, and on the latter date, the 31st, there was a hoverboard, jerseys, incline skates, a Lego set, and this was sort of a whole operation where he essentially facilitated the theft of these items because he, according to another store employee that told him, to which he told this, because he needed the money. He was identified. The state's recommendation is going to be a $2,000 surety on account of his history, especially with FTAs, 2025, 2021, 2019. $1,000 each for each count of theft by taking. Stay away from the target at 3660 Marketplace Boulevard in East Point, and no drugs, weapons, or alcohol while out on bond.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Hollins.
Yes, Judge. Good morning or good afternoon. I'm sorry.
Good afternoon.
Yes, ma'am. It's been a day. I represent Mr. White. I actually, to touch on his history a little bit, I represented him for the fleeing and eluding. It was actually dropped down to a misdemeanor, and he took a plea on it. He actually had like a month or two left on probation. So there shouldn't be any pending cases open outside of this new one that just came up. As far as the previous conviction, that was taken under, I believe, a conditional discharge, if I'm not mistaken, or it was either conditional or first offender, but he completed the sentence for that. The one FTA that he has most recently was I think it was out of Cobb. That was an improper FTA. So we spoke with the judge, and it was supposed to have been lifted, I guess shortly before we actually resolved the case with Judge Brown up in Cobb County. So Mr. White is not one to flee from court. He's not one to not show up for court. He was actually, again, very close to finishing his probation on that. He is a high school graduate and is a lifelong resident of Georgia. I believe he lives close to the the Douglas County area. Or like the Douglas Cobb line. So he is a Georgia native, Your Honor. He does live with his significant other that again, ensures that he does go to his court dates and things of that nature. I will also ensure that he is there. So I don't believe that FTAs will be an issue, Your Honor. I don't see any violent history in his past. And so for that, we would ask for a signature bond on this. He is on a hold out of Cobb. He will sit there until we can get back in front of Judge Brown. And I believe that's going to be like the second or third week of March, Your Honor. So I'm just trying to get him facilitated to get transferred.
Okay. All right. Defendant's going to receive $1,000 surety bond. It'll be $500 on each count. He is to stay away from that Camp Creek target, have no alcohol, drugs, weapons. This case will be reset to all purpose on March the 10th. Is there anything additional, Mr. Sirocco or Mr. Hollins?
Nothing from the state, Judge.
Nothing from
All
me, Your
right.
Honor.
And does that conclude your business, Mr. Hollins?
It does, Your Honor. May I be excused?
Yes, it's always a pleasure. Take care. Have a good afternoon.
Absolutely, Judge
And
Williamson.
best of luck to you, Mr.
Thank you.
White. That
And
concludes your case for today.
Mr. White, I'll call you, okay? All right.
All right, who do we have next?
Number 30, Mr. Woods.
Mr. Woods, your case is 26 CR 001223J. You're charged with obstruction and giving false info. Do you understand your rights today? All right, I'm assuming that is yes. It looked like one. Ms. Stalworth, can I have Mr. Woods' history?
I also have a judge. I think it's just one open case in
I'm
Fulton.
sorry, I was on mute. It was 2 cycles out of the state of Indiana. There's an 01 conviction for criminal trespass, and the recommended level is level 1. Nothing further.
Okay, thank you. Mrs. Sirocco?
Yes, Your Honor, this incident took place on the 21st of this month at 266 4th Street, Northwest Atlanta. It's the Georgia Tech Clow building. Law enforcement responded to sighting of a suspect from a prior campus theft case. That theft case is currently open under 26 PI 001495. It's 2 counts of theft by taking, misdemeanor, 2 counts of burglary in the 2nd degree, and 1 felony theft by taking charge. That was from the 19th of this month. The officer contacted the defendant. I met with him. He said he was a student. He couldn't produce a student ID, gave a false name and date of birth, and then attempted to flee. He was tackled after a short chase and resisted detention at that point, Your Honor. We are recommending currently bonds set at $1,000 surety each. We'd be fine with $1,000 total surety for this case on account of the other open case. $500 surety for each charge. No drugs, weapons, or alcohol while out on bond, and that is all for the state on this case.
You're not requesting a stay away?
On this given set of charges, no, Your Honor.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Thank
All
you.
right, Ms. Bader?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Woods is 25 years old. He's from Savannah and has lived in Atlanta for the last 2 years. He graduated high school in Savannah, and he's previously worked for a video production company, which is the reason he came to Atlanta in the first place. And he's also getting services through a church in Midtown. And Judge, we're asking for a signature bond. Thank you.
All right, defendant's going to receive a $10 cash bond, $5 on each count. He's to have no alcohol, no drugs, no weapons. He'll be reset to state all purpose on the 10th in light of the cash bond. Is there anything additional?
Nothing from the state, Judge.
All right, best of luck to you, sir. That concludes your case for today.
Mr. Leffler? All right. You go.
Who's next? I'm sorry.
Who are you? What's up? Morris?
I'm sorry. What number position is this?
Hold on. Number. You got this phone? Sorry, number.
I'm
number,
sorry.
Number 16, Mr. Knight. Mr. Knight. Yeah, great.
This is Mr. Knight.
Yes, I got it.
All right, Mr. Knight, your case is 26 CR 0012244Y. You're charged with obstruction, disorderly conduct, and criminal trespass. Do you understand your rights, Mr. Knight? All right, thank you. Ms. Evans Battle.
All right.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ms. Stalworth. Ms. Stalworth, please.
That's okay. There are 36 cycles out of the state of North Carolina. There's a 2025 conviction for interference with emergency communication and simple assault out of Guilford County, North Carolina. Another 2025 conviction for larceny out of Mecklenburg, North Carolina. Currently on probation for a larceny conviction. That sentence date was March the 28th of 2025. Another 2025 larceny conviction. There are 8 convictions outside of the 10-year period. 2 2019, one possession of drug paraphernalia, and the other one is injury to real property, larceny, and breaking or entering. And then there's
That's good. That's good, Ms. Stalworth. We're going to try to breeze through this one. Seems like we need to move quickly. Ms. Evans Battle, if you could just briefly tell me what happened here so we can excuse Mr. Knight.
Yes, he was at the Greyhound bus station. He didn't have a ticket. He refused to leave when was asked by the officers, started throwing things around, being loud, disorderly. We're asking for $1,000 surety on the obstruction, 500 as to the criminal trespass, and 500 as to the disorderly. So it'll be a $2,000 surety. He's not a resident of the state, so we would be concerned about that. No alcohol, drugs, and weapons while out on bond. Thanks.
All right, Ms. Bader, do you have concerns for our 11 a.m. calendar and has a social worker seen Mr. Knight?
I'm not aware of a social worker that has seen Mr. Knight. I just want to mention that he is from North Carolina, but he was supposed to be attending Sober Living of America in Canton County, and he was. And he came downtown for the day and fell asleep, and his wallet was stolen, and that's why he was alarmed when he woke up. But he says he has a job through Sober Living in Canton County, which has a great reputation, and he's really genuinely hoping to have the opportunity to go back there. I believe it was in conjunction with one of his North Carolina cases and his family in North Carolina. So
Okay.
we were going to ask for a bond.
So he does have a stable address and he doesn't need a social worker visit?
It's my understanding that he's got a spot in Sober Living. That's the information that I have.
Okay. Defendant is going to receive a $15 cash bond, $5 on each count. He is to have a social worker visit with him, but I won't make it a condition prior to release. But if he's not yet made bond, I'm going to ask that the social worker be there. He's have no alcohol, no drugs, no weapons, and he'll be reset March 10th, state on purpose. Best of luck to you, Mr. Knight. That concludes your case.
Item 8, Mr. Flowers.
This is Mr. Flowers. Mr. Flowers, your case is 26 CR 0012002A. You're charged with criminal trespass and damage. You understand your rights? All right, Ms. Stalworth.
Your Honor, I have a consent on this case.
Oh, thank you. Ms. Stalworth, we won't be needing that at this time. Ms. Evans Battle, if you would just put that offer onto the record.
Yes, Your Honor. It's a $2,000 signature bond through pretrial services level 1. No further violent contact with Renee Kirkland. Complete 3 anger awareness classes. No further violations of the law. No drugs, alcohol, or weapons while out on bond.
Thank you. Is Ms. Renee Kirkland present? Wishes to make a very brief statement. All right, Ms. Rainford, that is what your understanding of the consent was, and you so agree and concur?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, the consent bond will be as just read by Ms. Evans Battle, 2,000 through pretrial at level 1. All right, best of luck to you, sir. That concludes the case for today. Who do we have next?
Number 10, Mr. Gray.
Mr. Gray, your case is 26 CR 001226A. You're charged with simple assault. Oh, come on, Mr. Gray. You understand your rights today? You said it, yes?
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Ms. Stalworth.
There are 5 cycles. currently on first offender probation, case number 25 SC 003675 for battery, family violence, first offense, and disorderly conduct. The recommended level is level 2.
All right, thank you. Ms. Evans Battle?
Yes, on February the 20th of 2026, officers went to 1304 Kenilworth Drive Southwest. There was a report that there was a firearm involved in this particular case, which is why they originally went there. In speaking with the mother, who is Miss Gray, her first name is spelled Gianna Gray. She indicated that when he was released from jail recently, he came back to the home. She was attempting to get him to leave. Officers were indicating that he had a right to be there. So she, her husband, and their children left the home because of his behavior. He has MH issues as well as issues with previous issues of violence in the home. She said after 3 days, they attempted to go back into the home with the uncle, Mr. Cornelius Robinson, who's listed as the victim in this case. Once they came into the property, he charged Mr. Robinson. He had a pair of shears in his hand. Mr. Robinson was able to, knock them away from him and wrestled him to the ground, restrained him until the parties could leave. He attempted to throw a bicycle at Mr. Robinson afterwards. And the officers did observe some scratches on the chest of Mr. Robert Gray, and the photographs were taken of all of the injuries, including those of Mr. Robinson. Judge, we are asking for that $5,000 surety in this particular case. I believe that's the amount that was set by the magistrate. We just asked that it remain the same in consideration of his violent history. Those were also family violence cases previously. That he have no further contact with Cornelia Robinson, and also Gianna Gray, that he stay away from the 1304 Kenilworth Drive location. We'd ask that he complete a MHET, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons while out on bond. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Robinson present, wishes to make a brief statement. And is Ms. Gray present, wishes to make a brief statement. Okay, Ms. Rainford.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Grace, 29, is a Georgia native. He's been here all his life. He mentioned to me that he was actually supposed to be starting work today at Little Caesars, but obviously due to the circumstances, he is not sure if he'll still have that position. He did also mention to me that he's a high school grad and that he received his culinary arts certificate. He is denying the allegations. He mentioned to me that his mother and the uncle apparently jumped him and he sustained medical injuries from that situation. So I'm asking for a signature bond for him, Your Honor. And if a signature bond is not possible, I'd be asking for the lowest reasonable amount.
All right.
Hello. Hi, this is Ms. Gray. I'm present. I just couldn't come off mute.
Okay, hurry up and turn on your camera, raise your right hand, and make it brief, please. Because I did sound for you already.
Let me see. Turn the camera on.
Also, Your Honor, no stay away because he does live at the address and he mentioned it was a rooming house.
No, it's not.
Okay, ma'am, you can't say anything till we can see you, please.
Okay, hold on. Press turn. I can't get my camera on. All right, okay. Hello, can you see me now?
All right, please raise your right hand. And please lift the camera so we can actually see your face, ma'am, if you don't mind. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give today will be true to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, are you driving, Miss Gray?
Yes, I'm pulling over at
No,
this
you
time.
have, yes, no, yes, you must be pulled over, please.
All right.
All right, Miss Gray, what would you like to tell me? I'm most interested in whether you wish to have contact with the defendant and if you have concerns for your safety.
Yes, I do. I also have other kids in the home. I have a 23-year-old daughter in the home. I have a 15-year-old son in the home. I have an 8-year-old daughter in the home. Mr. Gray is my oldest child. He drops in and drops out. Okay. I can't have someone come there terrorizing me and my kids in the home that I have built for the last 16 years. My husband and I have built for the last 16 years. Mr. Gray is on some mess trying to live like he's one of those sovereign people. Those people that squatter all the time and just take over people things, because they don't want to get up and get it on their own.
All right, so it's fair to say you don't wish for him to return to that address.
I don't wish for him to return to the address. No.
Yes, ma'am.
I
All
feel
right.
like it would be unsafe. It would be unsafe for me, my husband, and my other 3 kids.
All right. I do appreciate you coming to court making that statement. Defendant's going to receive $1,500 surety bond. He's to have no contact with Miss Gray or Mr. Robinson during the pendency of this case. He's to stay away from that location, have no alcohol, no drugs, no weapons. His case is going to state all purpose on March the 10th, and I am going to ask for the social worker visit for additional development of the matter. Best of luck to you, Mr. Gray. That concludes your case for today and to all parties concerned. Who do we have next?
19, Mr. Mills.
Mr. Mills, your case is 26 CR 001209F. You're charged with trespass and giving false information. You understand your rights? All right, Ms. Stalworth.
There are 66 cycles, multiple FTAs, 2025 out of Clayton, 2023 Fulton, 2017 from the city of Atlanta. Currently on probation for case number 26 CR 000439F for criminal trespass. And there's an open case 25 SC 007358 for entering auto and theft by taking. There's a 2025 conviction out of Clayton for criminal trespass.
That's good. That's what the criminal trespass I'm most concerned with. Thank you so much, Ms. Stalworth. All right, Mr. Sirocco, most concerned with where he was, and I'm assuming he had been previously trespassed from that location.
Yes, Judge. It's the 232 Forsyth Street, Southwest Atlanta address. It's the Greyhound bus terminal, and he's actually restricted by probation for the case ending in 439F from returning there. So he's in violation of that. He was convicted just under 3 weeks ago. With that and his FTAs and other criminal trespass cases and convictions, we are recommending a $1,500 surety. 1,000 on the criminal trespass, 500 on the giving false information. He gave the name Terry Smith, false name. Recommending a social worker visit for BHET and housing. Stay away from that location, and no drugs, weapons, or alcohol, Your Honor.
Thank you. Ms. Bader, or is this Ms. Rexburg?
It is my case, Your Honor. Mr. Mills is 44 years old. He's been in Atlanta his whole life. There is an address on file that he has confirmed is his address. He's got aunts, uncles, and friends in the area, and he is a high school graduate. He is fine to stay away from the Greyhound bus station. We're asking for a signature bond in this case, as Mr. Mills is not currently working. Otherwise, we're asking for the lowest reasonable bond. Thank you.
All right, defendant's going to receive $1,000 surety bond, 500 on each count. He's to stay away from that location, have no alcohol, drugs, weapons. I'm gonna ask for the social worker visit prior to his release, and he is gonna go to all purpose on the 10th. Best of luck to you, Mr. Mills. That concludes your case for today. Who do we have next?
Take a roll for me. 22, Mr. Pierce. Take a roll.
Okay, Mr. Pierce, your case is 26 CR 001230J. You're charged with trespass, and 2 counts of simple battery, family violence. You understand your rights?
You said simple battery?
2 counts simple battery, 1 count criminal trespass and damage to property. You understand your rights today?
know nothing about no simple battery, trespass.
Okay, well, even if you don't understand the charge, do you understand your rights?
I think so.
All right. Ms. Stalworth?
Your Honor, he has 5 cycles. There's an open case, 26CR000375J for terroristic threats and acts and possession of marijuana less than an ounce, which will be a bond surrender. And then there's a 2013 conviction. The recommended level is level 2.
All right, thank you, Mrs. Sarato.
Yes, Judge. So this incident took place on the 21st of this month at 445 Cleveland Avenue in Atlanta. Law enforcement responded to a domestic dispute and made contact with the victim, Miss Audrey Ross. She explained that the defendant, her husband, had attempted to forcefully take her phone during an argument, causing her iPhone 15 to break. She also stated that he had thrown her around and pressed his weight on her. She reported chest pain from that incident here. The officer observed the damage to the broken phone, and the victim was evaluated on scene by EMS. That open case, the 26CR000375J, is also against her. It's a terroristic threats and acts against her, where it involved him threatening to shoot her in the face. He was ordered to have no further violent contact with her and also enroll in complete FFIB. We did conduct a danger assessment here, Judge. When we reached her, I'll get to contact in a second, but violence has gotten more and more frequent and severe. Stated he's constantly and violently jealous, that she has been beaten by him while she was pregnant, that he spies on her, tries to control her daily activities, and threatens to harm her and her children. We did speak further with the victim about this. She stated this started because she found out the defendant was cheating in August of last year. She told him she wanted to be separated by March. The defendant's still been cheating and has had multiple children outside of their marriage, they've been married for about 6 years and they share 7 children. This is not the first occurrence of physical violence, she explained to us. She is asking for a stay away and no further contact. The state's recommendation is going to be a $6,000 surety on account of the other open case against her and his violation of bond. She was listed as, with everything she told us as being in extreme danger, is on the danger assessment score, Judge. We are recommending for the distribution $2,500 on each simple battery, family violence, and $1,000 on the criminal trespass, damage to property. No further contact with Audrey Ross. Stay away from 445 Cleveland Avenue in Atlanta. And no drugs, weapons, or alcohol while out on bond. If we could sound for Miss Ross.
All right, is Ms. Ross present? Wishes to make a very brief statement? Hearing none, Ms. Bader.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Pierce is 37 years old. He does have a good address that is on file. However, he's been in Atlanta his whole life, and his friends and family live in Atlanta. He does also potentially have a good alternative address with his sister or mother. He does have his GED, and he has been working as a manager at McDonald's for 7 consecutive years. So he has been gainfully employed. He doesn't have any prior FTAs, so there's no information to suggest he would not appear for a court date to answer for these charges. He does deny the allegations and understands that he will have his day in court in the future. He has been with his wife for 22 years and they do have 6 children. So I believe he would prefer no violent contact. However, if there is a no further contact, we would ask for a third-party transfer. And in this particular case, we are asking for a signature bond. Thank you.
All right, defendant is going to receive a $1,500 surety bond, $500 on each count. He's to have no contact with Ms. Ross. Stay away from that location. Again, contact can be revisited at the SAP calendar. He can return one time with a member of law enforcement to get any items. He's to have no alcohol, no drugs, no weapons. Is there anything additional from State or Defense?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Best of luck to you, Mr. Pierce. That concludes your case for today. Who do we have next?
23, Mr. Porty.
All right. And are we getting close to being able to clear the courtroom soon? I'm hoping we're working our way. All right, Mr. Porty, your case is 26 CR 001216D. You're charged with simple battery and public drunkenness. You understand your rights?
Yes.
All right, can I have the history, Ms. Stalworth?
Yes, Your Honor, one moment, I'm sorry. Oh, I see it. No prior history. The recommended level is UJR jail.
Thank you. Mr. Sirocco?
Yes, Judge. This incident took place February 22nd, 2026 at 907 Marietta Street Northwest in Atlanta. It's outside a nightclub. Law enforcement responded to there was a fight in progress call observed by a uniformed officer there working extra duty. Officer made contact with the victim, Miss Aisha Champion, defendant's wife. Officer observed the couple, both intoxicated from all appearances to him, loudly arguing in the streets about an overcharge and directed them to clear the roadway and call an Uber. Officer saw that they were getting in a vehicle with the defendant into the driver's seat. Was trying to ensure they would not drive while under the influence, and he saw the defendant at that point punch the victim in the mouth. Defendant was arrested. We did speak with Miss Champion. The two have been on and off for roughly 13 years in a relationship. They've been married since October of last year. They share no children. She claims that the report is false and that they were out celebrating Ramadan at the time, and that this was a officer flirting with everyone, but was upon trying to hit on her, rejected, and apparently just pulled the defendant out of the car. But the evidence should reveal everything in this case. We fully expected to substantiate the officer's swearing of the affidavit here. She said that they were not drunk because it was Ramadan, even though they were observed stumbling and with their dispute in the street. The state's fine with a signature bond through pretrial here. We're asking for 2 days anger awareness, no further violent contact with Ms. Champion, and no drugs, weapons, or alcohol while out on bond.
All right, is Ms. Champion present? Wishes to make a statement? If so, please turn your camera on quickly.
It's not allowing me my camera.
Well, you need to hurry up. You must have been doing something and the host turned it off. Try to turn it on now.
Okay,
All right, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm testimony you give today be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Okay. Again, I'm most concerned with any concerns for your safety, desires for contact. If you disagree with Mr. Sirocco, that's not what I'm concerned with. What would you like to tell me?
My husband and I are not violent towards one another. He is needed in my care. I'm a disabled vet, so he is needed in my everyday care. And though we don't share children together, we do have he has joint custody of our my stepchildren. So we see them weekly. We have to pick them up weekly. And yes, I just want to say that.
All right, thank you. I appreciate you coming to court, Ms. Champion. Ms. Bader, do you object to the signature bond, no further violent contact, and 2-day anger awareness?
Your Honor, we don't believe the anger awareness is necessary, but we have no objection to the signature bond. And the no further violent contact.
All right, defendant's going to receive a $3,000 signature bond at level 1 through pretrial services, $1,500 on each count. She's to have no further violent contact with the alleged victim and take a 2-day anger awareness course. In light of the signature bond, he'll be reset further notice. Best of luck to you, Mr. Porchi. That concludes your case for today. Who do we have next?
29, Mr. Williams.
You sign yourself. All right, Mr. Williams, the case is 26 CR 001228F. You're charged with 2 counts of terroristic threats and acts. You understand your rights? All right, Ms. Stalworth.
There are 2 cycles. The last date of arrest was March the 8th of 2022 for willful obstruction of law enforcement officer. That was no cross. The recommended level was level 1.
All right, thank you. Mr. Sirocco.
Yes, Judge, this incident took place December 11th at 500 Bishop Street in Atlanta. It's the Enlightened ATL business location. Law enforcement responded after managers reported receiving threatening text messages from a former employee. Officer made contact with those victims, Miss Kiara Alston and Mr. Emil Hamberlin. They explained that the defendant, it was again a former employee hired last September, and he was terminated November 5th of last year following a certain harassment incident. He texted threats to Mr. Emil that he was going to shoot up the office with them inside and shoot them in the head. Excuse me, that phone number associated with the text messages that were sent was tracked and used in identifying the defendant here and confirming those did come from his phone. We did speak with both victims here, Miss Alston. She runs the business, and the defendant started last year, as I said. He started off great, and then there was some trouble with employees yelling at some of the women, making certain advances. And then after he was suspended for a previous incident. And apparently this involved also coming to an event after having made unwanted advances with an ex-employee and claiming to have a gun on his person. She said employees didn't see it, but he kept talking, and he was going to let him go following that because of his conduct. Upon firing him, he called her a dumb bitch and texted her individually that he was going to spit on her. But the threatening text messages came to Mr. Hamberlin. She said, please stop contacting me or I'll call the police. And the defendant said, do what you got to do. And then found out via Mr. Hamberlin that he had sent those texts. And she's in fear for herself. We did speak with Mr. Hamberlin as well, as I stated. The defendant worked in their office. They are a marketing company, and the defendant started harassing a lot of women in the company who they had talked to him about it. It was supposed to stop, but it didn't. He had to be let go, and once he was let go, that's when he sent these threatening text messages, multiple.
All right. I think I got,
Yep.
yeah, I think
Okay.
we got it. So what's your recommendation, Mrs. Sirocco?
Sorry, I just want to make sure I got through all of it.
Yeah, I think I got it.
Yep, out of concern for the defendant, the risk of committing a felony pending trial, and the threat, danger posed to these two individuals, clearly, this was an ongoing issue, and there's a lot of resentment. We're recommending that the $10,000 total surety was set by the magistrate remain set at $5,000 each. No further contact with Miss Alston or Mr. Hamberlin. Stay away from Enlightened ATL at 500 Bishop Street in Atlanta. No drugs, weapons, or alcohol. And surrender any and all firearms to the sheriff's office. If we could sound for the victims in this case, Judge.
Okay. I'm going to sound first from Miss Alston. If you're here and wish to make a statement, please turn on your camera, raise your right hand.
Kiara's here.
All right, you swear or affirm testimony you give today be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
All right, again, I'm most concerned with concerns for your safety, desire for contact. The facts will be fleshed out on another day. What would you like to tell me?
I mean, yeah, just for involving that, I wish to have no contact at all. I don't think it's safe, especially with the ongoing threats that were happening. So yeah, no contact for sure.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Alston. I appreciate you coming to court making that statement. Mr. Hamberlin, please raise your right hand and unmute. You swear or affirm the testimony you give today be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, what would you like to tell me?
Yeah, the threatening text messages is a no. He was out of pocket for his behavior and restrictions on coming anywhere within our premises, and honestly, no bond for this guy right here.
This is a misdemeanor offense, and he is entitled to a bond today. I do have to make you aware of that, okay? But there will be other opportunities for you to flesh out your statements. I do appreciate you coming to court, all right?
I should mention for both victims' edification in the courts, we have requested a felony transfer for this on light of the suggested death involved here. So we are recommending a transfer. We haven't heard back from the DA's office yet.
Okay, well, I'm sure, like I said, there'll be additional development regarding this case. A victim witness advocate will get in touch with you and give you additional information. At this time, it is a misdemeanor offense and he is entitled to a bond, but I do appreciate that. All right, Ms. Bader.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Williams is 22 years old. The current address on file is correct in College Park. He has been in Atlanta for about 12 years. He had lots of his family is here, cousins, aunts, uncles, his grandfather. He's currently self-employed as an actor. As you heard, he doesn't have any prior convictions and he has no FTAs, so there's no information to suggest he would not appear in court to answer for this case. I would also like to note that this warrant is from December 11th, 2025. It doesn't sound like there have been calls since then with regards to this warrant. He's fine with no further contact. He obviously doesn't work there anymore. Doesn't have a relationship with these people outside of his prior work environment. We're fine with the note with the stay away. At this point in time, he can't afford a bond, so we would be asking for a signature bond. Otherwise, we're asking for the bond not to exceed a $1,500 good bond. Thank you.
All right. Defendant's going to receive a $4,000 surety bond, $2,000 on each count. He's to have absolutely no contact with the alleged victims, whether through phone, text, social media, no contact whatsoever. Should he see them, he should turn around and go in the opposite direction. He's to stay at least 1,000 yards from the 500 Bishop Street address. He's to have no alcohol, no drugs, no weapons, and the matter will be reset all purpose on the 10th. Is there anything additional from the state of the defense?
Nothing further. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Williams, best of luck to you and best of luck to all parties concerned in this difficult matter. Who do we have next? All right, is our courtroom clear so we can do number 20? I'm sorry, 21? Can we turn off the YouTube and the live stream, please?